Turkish, what do you make of it today? 2-0, and really, you can see a team out there in Man City that they're a level above, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely. We need to get to that level, but we need to give this manager time to try get us to that level. And that's the key here. We've started against the champions. We've started against one of the best teams this country has seen. So it was a good test. We didn't get banged. Czech did make a couple good saves, but we was far from got banged today. They could have mauled us, and they will maul teams going forward as well. So looking at this 2-0 in isolation, it hasn't brought the morale down, so I'm expecting a better, bigger performance against Chelsea. And it's just about, look, Emery's come in, he's not going to change everything in a day. He's not going to change everything in one game. A lot of these, look at the players we worried about moving into the season. Czech, Mustafi, Bellerin and Xhaka. That was the main worry. And today, they all had their part to play in some sort of bullshit, one way or another. Mustafi was slide tacking a ball that was in the air. Xhaka, that guy can't turn his neck right. Xhaka's whole body is orientated left. He cannot turn right. And that's a big issue. Who else? Bellerin. Why is he showing Sterling on his right foot? I remember the same thing a couple of years against Bayern. Robben, we showed him on his left foot. That's basics of defending. You know these players. You know their qualities. So why are we pushing Sterling onto his right? Bring him on his left where he's actually shit. Sterling on his left is not doing nothing. But it's these little defensive errors that Emery's going to have to notice and wipe them out completely. And what the fuck's going on with that check to Mustafi and back to check and then a long ball? There's no structure to it.
You are up against a team in Man City that probably the best pressing team, them and Liverpool, best two teams at pressing the ball in the country.
Yeah.
So it's always going to be his style, as I said, is what I've watched all summer. He wants to he wants to play the ball out from the back. And you're up against the best pressing team around. So you're going to have, at least Mustafi's thinking, well, if I'm getting pressed, play it back. You know what I mean?
But it happened last season. Mustafi was doing that last season. I think that's more of a Mustafi thing. I think Mustafi's going to Emery and saying, pass me the ball first, I can play it at the back. Because Mustafi was doing that last season. And when Mustafi didn't play last season, we had none of that. It wasn't going to Koscielny, it wasn't going to Holding. There was no passing it to the side. So I think that's Mustafi's thing. I think he's adept at handling that situation, but he's no Maldini. He's not playing the ball out from the back. So something has to be looked into, because every time he was playing it that way, it was coming straight back at us and causing pressure, unwarranted pressure.
Did we mess up in the transfer window not buying a winger? Because we seem to lack width today. That player, they had players hugging the touchline, constantly coming in and giving us lots of problems. We didn't seem to have that width at all today.
Look, the transfer window, it galvanised us Arsenal fans, because we haven't had a transfer window where we've sorted out business early, where we've attacked areas of need, goalkeeper, defenders, defensive mid. We haven't had a window like that. So in isolation, our window looks great, galvanises us, gives us hope for the season. But when you look at it, Stan Kroenke ain't pumping no money into this club. They told us 50 million at the start of the transfer window. No one believed that, and we spent 50 million. And we are not going to catch teams like City, teams like Liverpool now, teams like Man United, without spending proper money. We needed a winger this year, and they bought the best winger in the league, and they have 4 or 5 of them. So until Kroenke pulls his finger out his arse and either fucks off out this club.
Well, he ain't doing that.
Listen,
100% now, isn't he?
He ain't going nowhere, mate.
Listen,
he's about to own 100%.
Yeah.
So he's not going nowhere. So look on it like what you'd like him to do with him staying there, because he's not going anywhere.
What I'd like Kroenke to do if he stays here, spend some fucking money. You're buying the club for 600 mil. All we ask for is 200 mil to be spent on the playing squad. And that's even before net spend. You can work out the net spend, sell some of these players that are dead wood, sell some of them that have passed it, sell some of them have got too much of Wenger's tactics in their bones. Because I look at Bellerin and I think that is a Wenger player, right? Ramsey, I haven't even mentioned, that guy is after a contract. Giving the fucking ball away like that, turning around when you've got space. Like, I don't know what Ramsey's on right now, but Kroenke needs to sort out that contract. First and foremost, we can't sell him now. Sort out that fucking contract. I don't want a player going into the last year, 6 months. And January, we need to, January is not a window that I see us strengthening too much in. I've never looked at the January window and saw that as the main spot to strengthen. But summer next year, look, we need a winger, we need another keeper next summer. And we need another centre mid. And until Kroenke starts spending the money, and I don't talk about a centre mid that's 22 mil and we split it into 3-year payments of 8 mil each year. I'm talking about go out, splash the money. 50, 60 mil, buy the fucking midfielder you need. We've needed a midfielder longer than Chelsea. Chelsea bought Jorginho, they got Fabregas, Bakayoko, they got Kante, Kovacic. Like, Man City bought a winger on top of their wingers. We've got a lot to do to catch up to these teams here, but Kroenke needs to start spending the fucking money.